Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Let's start our session with offering ghee lamp, offering incense and flowers to the Lord, and then we'll proceed for the today's special session. So over to you, Sachidan Prabhu. We'll start. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sachijivan Gaur Prabhu, for taking us through this wonderful aarti of Sri Radha Madhav and Nitai Gaur Sundar. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank all the devotees, all the participants of our Gita course for a very, very special session today. It's themed as cursed and crushed, but divinely blessed. So yes, before that, as we always do, we need to seek the blessings of our acharyas, blessings of their lordships before proceeding ahead. So let's take and let's plan to pray to the lordships. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. Yes, let's start our prayers, and I would request everybody to please repeat after me, because it's everybody needs to pray. We need to prepare our mind, prepare our heart for receiving the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So let's pray. Om Jnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschat Desatarini Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Once again, I would like to welcome all of you to this special session where we'll be discussing something about the spiritual world. We have been discussing the miseries of this material world, and today we'll talk about the spiritual bliss of this divine world. Before that, anybody would like to share anything from our last sessions? What we have discussed? Yes, we talked about how this body is not all in all. We are the soul. This material world is not all in all. There is a spiritual world. We are not all in all. There is a Supreme Lord. Right? And yes, this place is called Dukhalayam Asasvatam. This place is defined for our purification. This place, we have come here, disobeying or we have turned our face away from the Supreme Loving Father. And somehow or other, Lord has given us this opportunity to come together and hear this blissful Krishna Katha, to get attracted to Krishna, to the beauty of Krishna, to the opulence of Krishna, so that our heart once again gets melted and we remind ourselves, yes, we are not part of this world, just to suffer, but we are part of the spiritual world to experience that highest bliss of happiness that anybody can experience. Yes, yes, we are here helpless, but not hopeless. Thank you, Miss Silpa. Yes, we are here to really pray to the Supreme Lord that yes, you are there with us. Whichever condition we are, we know that we are there for us and to deliver. Yes, thank you very much. Hear that how do you respond to the situation? Last time we talked about in detail whatever the suffering that we might be going through. Yes, we should not aggravate the disease by not retaliating. We should not complain with that force of that impulse. We should take the right medicine. We should do the best of our capacity. We talked about that is not enough. And then we talked about how we have to offer prayers to the Lord, and that whatever we have been receiving as a token of reaction, right? We should be grateful that okay, I deserve worse than what I am right now, but thank you, Lord, for giving this opportunity to come closer to you. And thanks so many near and dear ones. We can be grateful for so many things. So yes, we should be thanking the Lord, grateful for the Lord, to wake up because we were sleeping spiritually. That love of Godhead was really dormant in our heart, and with that, impulse, we can really go back to Godhead. And beyond that, yes, we have to wait for some time to get purified, to get cured. And once we do that, then yes, we should extend our hand. So today, we'll be talking about Lord's pastimes, and especially in Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, Lord is saying that Janma karma cha me divyam evam yaveti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sarjuna. What Lord is saying? That, oh Arjuna, if somebody knows my janma and karma, my appearance and my activities, in tattva, in truth, in fact, then they will not remain here. They will not suffer in this misery of the material world, but they will come to me, where there is all bliss. There is no kunta, there's a vaikuntha, and there is no misery there. There's all bliss. But let's try to understand. Right? Can we go directly to the spiritual world, like with whatever we have at this point of time? In this planet Earth, right? Like it has been divided into different continents, different countries, and so on. So if you go from one country to another country, can we go? I would like to hear from you. If I want to go, let's say from our dream, from this place to some dream place, I don't know what is the dream place. It is Switzerland or USA or UK or Australia. Can we go directly? Yes, we can go. But what do we need? We need visa. Yes, thank you. Yes, we need a visa. Right? And for the visa, what do we need? For the visa, what do we need? Yes, we need some like documents. Yes, we need a passport. Thanks, Mr. Rajdev. What else we need? We need right money, because in the consulate they see, okay, you're just going there, right, to add more stress to our country, or you're really helping us in our development of our country. And yes, there is eligibility criteria. They need a lot of documents. They need give this much of your form 16 and ITRs, right? And then you show your bank statement. And you talk about your health as well, that you're coming in the right health. You're not coming with some infectious disease. Now they have extra screening that you come with, double dose of vaccine. Right? What else? Yes, yes. You come with the right intention. So, like now, let's see that, like, because I remember one time, right, we were applying for a residence permit of Schengen, like in the Europe, and we saw that somebody like with a really tied up nicely, with all the documents properly kept, coming from a right, I think it seems to be a very aristocratic person, right, and he handed all the documents, and then the visa officer, that lady, right, somehow, right, she asked a couple of questions, and what happened? Said no, rejected. That person was trying to say that, yes, I do have all this, right, whatever is mentioned. Why you're rejecting? He said, just rejected. This is after a couple of moments. I saw there was a lady, right, with a small baby, right, like crying for mother's milk, and I don't know for what reason the baby was crying, and this lady was really keeping all her documents here and there. And once her name came up, she just approached that consulate lady. She handed over the documents, and the consulate lady, right, she had some nice exchange with the mother who was carrying this baby, and then, right, accepted, visa granted. And I was really wondering why, what it is so. There's a person who was really coming with all the documents and everything in place, right? But then he got rejected, and this lady seemed to be very organized, didn't seem to be have right qualification, but her visa was granted. What was the reason? Any guess? What could have happened? Any thoughts? Do you think it? Do you agree that this kind of things happens? What is Miss Deepika said? This could be the intentions. What else do you think? Oh, why there are two this contrast result? Like, yes, I think that person seems to be really put, all his effort, but then somehow got rejected. Who was that? Like Mr. Emma Jaikumar said, it's Lord's mercy. Yes, the purpose of visit. Maybe she was humble. Destiny. Okay. Thank you very much. So please park this. Definitely we'll come back and answer this question later on. So if somehow, right, if I miss, then please ask this question: what exactly was required, for real success, right? To really get the visa to go back to the spiritual world. Now here we are talking about the visa of the material world, right? And here, as you said, right, that boy had put so much of effort that could not, but then this lady, he really could get it, right? And similarly, we'll see that what exactly is required to go back to the spiritual world. Let's keep it suspense. So now let's go to this place of Gokul, Vrindavan. Let's go to this beautiful divine place called Gokul Vrindavan, and where there is this beautiful palace of Nanda Bhavan. And this is the day of Diwali. Yes, Diwali is coming around 15-20 days later, but we have already started preparing for it, because once we plan for a festival, right, it's not just okay, we just have some sweets and some dance and music and that's all about it. But we need to really understand what is the purpose and why we are really observing it. And Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, he gives a very nice story. Like he said that one time a person was really walking by the road, and then he saw that there are two persons, right? One was really digging the hole, another person was really pouring the mud, pouring the earth in that mud. And that person really got bewildered, who was really walking on the road. So what is happening, right? Like one person is just continuing to dig, right, and bring out the mud out of that hole, and the other person is bringing it, just pouring it there. And being curious, he asked, "What's happening, gentlemen? Can you tell us what you're doing?" Yes, we are here for a journey. We are here for a special activity, as told by our master, right? Of course, usually we are a team of three, right? First person, like, yes, myself, I really dig, right, make a hole. And the second person, he really puts the seed there. And third person, he really puts the mud once again. But today, that second person has not come, he's absent. But still, we are doing our duty because we are so loyal to our duty. That's what, right? Everybody is really doing it right now. Yes, everybody is celebrating festival. We are also celebrating festival. But what is the essence of the festival? In that ritual that we are performing, is there any spirit involved? Once you are doing some Ganpati or Navratri or Diwali or any other festival, are you really missing something there? Right? The essence of seed that Srila Prabhupada has really given us so much of in detail, that whatever celebration we do, whatever festival we celebrate, how do you really understand it? The essence, and really don't forget that essence. So yes, we are talking about Mother Yasoda. She is celebrating in this Nand Bhavan on the day of Diwali. Early in the morning, she woke up because yes, she is having this Natkhat Gopal, such a young boy at this point of time. He had just started crawling and going around, and at that point of time, right, Mother Yasoda thought that yes, baby is so small, and I know that once he wakes up, I hardly find any time to do my household chores. Yes, she is a Brajeshwari. She is the queen of Braja, of this land of Vrindavan. But at the same time, she would like to do some service for the pleasure of Gopal. Yes, because this place, this Vrindavan, right? It's a little mystical for us to understand as well, because this is the place of sweetness and also greatness. So to understand the Lord, we have to really understand the two aspects, right? It's not only right, like this, not only we have to really understand the mood that all of us have towards the greatness of the Lord, which really brings some kind of submission, but also in the mood of Brajabasi, there is a lot of affection, there is a lot of sweetness involved, right? And once that greatness and the sweetness comes together, once that submission and affection brings together, and then really sprouts the devotion, and that's a bhakti in the heart of the living entity. And Lord comes to really awaken the devotion so that we really understand the greatness of the Lord and also the sweetness of the Lord. So here on this day, Lord is about to reveal both the aspects, His greatness part and also the sweetness part. Please hear attentively, my dear friends. What kind of beautiful pastime Lord is doing, because it is said that once you just hear this beautiful pastime of the Lord, our heart will really get melted, with that love, with that mood of vatsalya, and that all everybody is really looking forward to maintain that relationship with the Supreme Lord. So Mother Yasoda, she came out from the bed and she started, taking care of all the household chores. Yes, and she went to the kitchen and to prepare the most sweetest, savories for Gopal, because this is the day of Diwali. Uh, and what is the ingredient she uses? It's a milk, because then so you talk about Braj, it is a milk, and that is really opulent. But once you talk about Nand Bhavan, Maharani Yasoda's house, right? They had 9 lakhs of cows, and they were so special cows. And out of that, 8 were really, really special. And they were taking some grass called Padma Gandha. The grasses are also coming with so much lotus, flower fragrance, right? And then out of that 8, right, like especially they were so enriched with that love, and that is being coming from their heart, so that to offer it to Krishna, because they were so fortunate to offer that milk to Krishna. But then out of that 8, like Mother Yasoda would take the milk of the 7 and feed the 8th cow, very, very, very special cow. And then mother would, milk that 8th cow, and she would take that milk and really prepare all the right different things like butter, curd, milk, sandesh, whatever Krishna likes, makhan, and she would prepare so nicely. Yes, she had hundreds and thousands of maids, but then she was thinking that no, I have to show my motherly love to Kanha, to Gopal, and how can I really assign this most precious things of offering that I have to anybody else? She started going to the kitchen and preparing. She started brought a bringing this big urn with nice curd there of this Padmagandha milk, Padmagandha cow's milk. And they started churning with a rod, with a rod, and just she started singing beautiful pastimes of Krishna, because that's what the Brajvasis they used to love to do. They used to sing this beautiful bhajans for Mother Yasoda. It's not just ordinary song. She was really pouring out her affection, pouring out her love for Krishna. And then whatever she would really sing it, by evening, all the maids, they would hear that and they would distribute it throughout the Braj Dham, and that song would be really famous. What Mother Yasoda would sing like how like from her love, she would be loving how Krishna was really playing, how Krishna would be really walking, taking the butter of mother's milk. For each of the activity Krishna would do it, mother would recite a poem out of it and really sing so nicely. Because that's what the devotees of the Lord they would love to do, just singing and reciting these beautiful poems in the glorification of the Supreme Lord. Of course, she was not thinking Krishna as the Supreme Lord. She was just thinking that, oh, she's Krishna is my darling. She's the most beloved of all the Brajavasis, right? And I'm so fortunate to have this Kanha after so many years, and how I'm so fortunate that Kanha is always playing with me and on my lap and drinking the milk. And she was churning and singing, and with her bangles clanging and jingling and so on. Suddenly, right, it stopped. Suddenly, like that churning rod stopped, and there was no jingling, no clanging, no swinging of the earrings. What happened? Krishna, who was sleeping, he heard the motherly affection of Yasoda Mai. He heard how Mother Yasoda is swinging so nicely. She is calling out, with love, Krishna. And then see, Krishna, he held the butter churning rod of Mother Yasoda and said, Maya, Maya, stop it. And why? No, I am hungry. Feed me milk, milk. Uh, and then Mother Yasoda, what she can do? She was completely absorbed, seeing the beauty of Krishna with a smiling face, the bimbo like, fruits of lips and beautiful eyes, with that always having peacock feather. Uh, and Mother Yasoda was mesmerized by the beauty of Krishna. She took, baby Gopal into her lap and started feeding her motherly love. And once she started feeding, once again sing the beauty of Krishna, she realized that some smell started coming. What smell started coming? Because she had kept milk, right, on the stove to boil it so that she can really prepare so many other, sweets. And in the meantime, this milk, what the milk started thinking, oh, now Kana, for Kana, I was really being prepared so that I can really offer some sweets so that for his pleasure. But now she's so absorbed and she is really drinking so beautifully mother's milk, which is really unlimited. Uh, what is the use of me living? Because a devotee's whole purpose is to serve the Lord. And if I'm not able to serve now Krishna, what is the use of it? But for us, the purpose of living is to really enjoy Madi, to enjoy for our enjoyment. But for a true devotee, like here, like in Vrindavan, everything is personified, right? The dust is Chintamani Dham, the milk is also personified, right? Everything is personified there. So there is no inanimate object there. That even milk was thinking, how can I really serve the Supreme Lord? And here the milk was thinking that there is no use of my life now, right? So the milk started coming out of that vessel and pouring out into the fire. And yes, with that the smell started coming, and with that sound, Mother Yasoda kept Krishna, next to her, and she started running to the kitchen, right? And then, Krishna, what he said, oh Maya, I was really looking for the love, and you are feeding me, and you left me, and you went to take care of this couple of liters of milk. How dare you can do that? um, Krishna, he's always attention seeker. If you don't give attention, he will create a lot of tension. So Krishna, right? He said, "It's enough, mother. Right? You are not giving me milk. Let's see what I'll do it for you." And then he saw here and there. He's found a mortar, and he, broke the that butter pot, right? What Mother Yasoda was churning, and that yogurt pot where Mother Yasoda was really taking care of the milk. uh, and then, right, the butter and the yogurt, it was all over, right? And then Krishna was starting to jump, but what a small baby can do, right? So, he could not. And then he's really splashed over that butter and yogurt, and then with that footprint of butter and yogurt, he started going around. And then because Krishna was thinking it was not enough, I need to teach a lot of lesson to my mother. And he went to the storehouse, and his storehouse there are a lot of makhans, the butters, right? There was in that storeroom with the different pots of different sizes. He started getting all of that, and sharing that. And by that time, and I saw that a lot of monkeys also had started coming, and then he started to, share that, right, with everybody, not only, feeding it to himself. And then, right, he started, right, moving out. Okay, like now I have done my duty here. Now let me go to the backyard, right? And along with his friends and all with his monkey friends, now he started eating the butter. And by that time, what happened there? Mother Yasoda, right? She came out of the kitchen, and here really a mass was waiting for her, right? With all around all the yogurt, butter, spread everywhere. And like, she's a Brajeshwari, she's queen, she's the most, also intelligent, the smart. She really saw, right, with the footprint of Krishna, she followed that, and she went to that storeroom, and there was a bigger mess, right, with all the butter pots lying all around, broken, everything. And then Mother Yashoda saw from that window towards the backyard. She saw that how Krishna was just sitting there with all the monkey friends. I was really sharing this butter with everybody. And of course, Krishna was thinking that, yes, all of you monkeys, you helped me a lot in my last yoga while I was, performing my, while I was in the forest, right? I was preparing for fighting with Ravan. All of you helped, and I could not do so much. But now I have so much. You see the butter, and I want to give as much as possible so that you can really release it. And then here, Mother Yashoda had a different plan. She was thinking, okay, and now I have to teach a lesson to my son. Yes, there are two thoughts were running and in mother's mind. She was thinking that, one thought was thinking that, okay, no, I have to take care of my son. She's so small. She should not be scared. He should not be scared. And the other thought was, no. I should really discipline my son today. If I don't discipline, how he will be matured, how he'll be grown up, right? And the similar thought process was really going on, with the flowers of Mother Yashoda's head, because as he started really running to take care of Krishna, to chase Krishna, right, to catch hold of Krishna, to teach a lesson, right? And these flowers on the top of Mother Yashoda's head, they were also thinking. They were also in the two groups. They were thinking, now Mother Yashoda is going to catch Krishna. So what should we do? One group were thinking that, yes, Krishna has become so naughty. Mother Yashoda has to teach a lesson. And what should we do? Yes, Mother Yashoda is running now. Let's not give additional burden to her. And let's all of us fall down so that Mother Yashoda can really run very fast. And another group were thinking that, oh, Mother Yashoda is trying to catch Krishna, which is soft like butter, who is so innocent. And how can we really part of this crime what Mother Yashoda is going to commit? No. Oh, if Krishna will see that we are part of this crime, that we are with Mother Yashoda punishing him, definitely, right, he will do something more mischievous to us. Will not be part of this crime. So they also fell down. So you see how, like, the milk or the flowers, everybody have their own thought process how to serve Krishna, and how they are so animate, right? Here what was happening? Krishna, he was really feeding butter, and with all the monkeys, and monkeys were really so happy, chattering and really smiling, laughing, jumping. But then suddenly, it's all silence, and they were really panic stricken, because they saw that Mother Yashoda is coming there with a stick. And once Krishna saw that, what's happening now, why everybody is so silent, and in one of the eyes of the monkey, Krishna saw that Mother Yashoda is coming from behind, with a stick. Krishna understood that now it's enough. Now we cannot escape from it. With the fear of his life, and the Lord started running. Lord started running, and Mother Yashoda chasing behind. Isn't it so wonderful? Like Lord, like Ajay is saying that he is the master of everything. Yeah. Like he is the Parameshwara. It is said that, like, nobody can really is above him. He's called Asamurdha. Nobody is equal to or above him. Nobody can really catch Krishna. Panthastu koti satavatsara sampragamya. Even a mystical yogis, they perform the tapasya for thousands and millions of years, but they cannot catch hold of Krishna. And here Mother Yashoda is trying to, just a coward lady, is trying to catch hold of Krishna. And somehow or other, Mother Yashoda came from behind, with so much of sweating in her body, and somehow she got hold of Krishna. You see how mother's love is higher than even the power of the mystic yogis and devatas. And then here, Mother Yashoda, she caught hold of Krishna, and she was saying, okay, what should I do? I should not leave Krishna because he's so much in disturbed condition. And if I don't teach him a lesson, if I don't keep him sober, and then he will go do and so many other nonsense things. So Mother Yashoda looked here and there. She said that, oh, this is the partner in crime, this ukhal, this grinding motor. So let me also bring them together. let me punish both of them. So Mother Yasoda, right? So that, okay, what should I do? From where I should get the rope? I got hold of Krishna. I know what should I do? I should really bind Krishna to this ukkal, to this grinding motor. And then he was thinking, okay, what should I do? And then there was an idea on top of her head. Yes, there was that rope, silken rope, that she had tied to her head, and she brought that, and she thought of tying Krishna now. She thought of tying Krishna, and then she started putting that, thinking that, okay, like, the mother, like, Krishna's belly is okay, this much, uh, like like length, and definitely I can tie it around the grinding motor. And then she found that it was really 2 fingers short. And then she said, okay, let me bring a little bit more. She was really tying more silken rope towards the end of the bread. She took out that. And once she took out that as well, she found that it was still 2 fingers short. And then she saw that, okay, there is all this maids all around. By that time, everybody started coming because Mother Yasoda is chasing Krishna. And they said, okay, could you please help me in tying Krishna? And then they brought all their braid, their ropes, right? And Mother Yasoda tied them, and she tried to bind once again Lord Gopal. And once again, it was 2 fingers short. And then Mother Yasoda said, no, no, no. Krishna is playing. Okay, I'm also more determined than you, Krishna. You're not trying to be bound up. Okay, let me do one thing. Oh, mates, she told all them, go to the cow set, bring all the ropes that is being tied to the cows. And all the mates, they went, okay, because they have to tie, Krishna. So let's get all the soft silken ropes, right? So that, it will not pain Krishna. So they brought all of them together, and they started binding and putting the knots so that they can tie the Krishna. But still, it was 2 fingers short. And by that time, all the residents of Braja also, right? They started coming. Right? There is some, today is a festival of Diwali, right? And where we are supposed to have sweets and have fun. But what is happening? Mother Yasoda is really bringing ropes again and again. It's made a heap of the ropes, right? Is it a rope festival or what? Right? And then they got really surprised that Krishna is not being bound with any amount of rope. So they brought from their houses also all the ropes, right? And all of them they tied together, and still it was 2 fingers short. What to do? Like Mother Yasoda started early in the morning, all this, it became now noon, and now become early afternoon, late afternoon. What to do? And Krishna was at that time, he was thinking, what is all happening? And of course, he was really feeling so embarrassed, because all of his friends and all the residents of Braja, they were all looking at this fun of mother and son. What is all happening? But Krishna was thinking, right? Oh, what's happening? See, he was sitting so silently and smiling, and sometimes, keeping his head down. And at that time, Mother Yasoda was really trying hard again and again. And suddenly, a drop of sweat fell on Krishna's body. And then Krishna realized how my mother is working so hard. Yes, it is a Diwali time, especially in the north, right? It's so cold, chilling cold. And because Mother Yasoda is really trying so hard throughout the day, uh, Krishna said, okay, now it's enough. Now she was really agreed to be bound, right? Not with that rope, but with the rope of mother's love, right? So now let's understand a little bit more from this perspective, right? How Gopal is this wonderful thief who was really caught by mother's love, uh, uh, and then how this rope was really getting 2 fingers short again and again. What does that 2 fingers represents? Uh, this is a very, very, very important thing for us to learn. Once again, please hear attentively, because here our acharyas give very deep meanings to it. Because for whatever we do, there are 2 things required for the success. What is that? First thing is that our uh, uh, our endeavor. What is required as a bhakta parisram, and the endeavor of the devotee, and then comes Bhagavan Kripa. Because most of the people, right, what they think that yes, right, work, if you do our work, you will get the result. If you do work, you will get the result. They call it karma vad. Yes, I put all my effort and I will get the result accordingly. Nobody can deny it. There is another group of people, they say it's all Daivavad. It's what will happen, what we will get is all in destiny. Right? Yes, we don't have to do anything. We have to just depend on the mercy of the Lord. But especially the devotees of the Lord, the Vaishnavas, they have a different meaning of success in their life. They say that it's not only karma, it's not only the prayers, right? It's a combination of both that is really important to be success in their life. They really, give this example of you have seen this cat and kitten. Cat, like this meow meow. There's a go around, and how they really carry these small kittens, just holding in their mouth. The kitten, they're really helpless, and what they have to do, just they need to be agreed. They need to be agreed to be caught by mother's love. And then the second thing really is a monkey. How the baby monkeys, they are being carried, right? If they say that, oh, I will just depend on our mother's love, they would not be able to go anywhere. They have to put that effort. They have to hold the belly of the mother tightly, so that whenever mother will jump and go around, so they can go there, right? So one is the kitten, where the philosophy of Daivavad. Yes, we are completely depending on the mercy of the mother cat. There another is Karmavad, where the baby monkey is completely focused on his work. Yes, I have to tie hold of my mother. But here, once you talk about the devotional service, the bhakti, we are really talking about the combination of both. How it is, the analogy here is given very nicely. Somehow or other, we have fallen into a deep, dark well with no way how to come out of it. Right? And to come out of it, we have to cry out loudly, "Oh Krishna, oh Lord, please help us." And once we cry out loudly, then the Lord or his representatives, they put down a rope. What is that rope? The rope of instruction of the scriptures. Right? Once they put out that rope, right? What do you have to do? We have to hold that rope. Right? We have to just hold that rope. Once you hold that rope, we don't have to do much apart from that, right? And then the Lord or his representatives, they will pull us up. But we cannot say that, no, I cannot hold the instruction. I cannot hold the rope. Oh, no, I cannot call out, right? I'm happy here. Then, okay, you're just staying there. Yes, this whole process of this Damodar Leela, there's so much of instruction that is Lord is giving to us, is really about how there has to be endeavor. There has to be endeavor from the person who is really putting that effort, and then there has to be the mercy of the Lord. Yes, we have to work in such a way that the result depends on the work, and at the same time we have to pray to the Supreme Lord in such a way that everything depends on the mercy of the Lord. Yes, it is so very, very important principle for us to remind at every time that yes, it has to go together, endeavor and mercy. And this Damodar month is also known for, right, celebrating this, that how we are really putting that effort and how we are praying for that mercy. This Damodar month also, like as we said, this to show the mother's love for Kana, for Gopal, right? Yasoda means who shares the fame. He wants to give as much as possible to Krishna, but at the same time Krishna is saying, Maya, Yasoda, and I also want to increase your fame, right? So mother, like any other festival, right, either it's like Ram Navami or Janmashtami, or like some festivals we celebrate for one day, some like maybe Rath Yatra we celebrate for a week or 8-9 days, right? And there is but hardly any festival we celebrate for a month. But now in this month of Kartik, the month of Damodar that is coming up, right, we celebrate for a month. For what? to glorify this Mother Yasoda's love. How he could catch hold of Krishna, right? Whom nobody could catch, but Mother Yasoda could catch. For what? Once again, here we're saying this beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Somatu sinna gatraya visrasta kavara sraja društva parisramam Krishna krupaya asisva bandhane. Lord sees, Krishna was saying how my Mother Yasoda is doing that effort, right? Even he was teaching that lessons there. He saw društva parisramam, really how she has really put so much of effort. And then kripaya asit, then he soured his mercy. That how Lord is teaching us. And yes, this Lord who cannot be bound, we said, he's saying aham sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravartate, right? From him everything emanates, right? Everybody is really controlled by him. But then Lord, he's so loved, right? He wants to be defeated by the devotees. He gets harina bhrutya vasyata, right? Bhakti is all about getting defeated by the love of the beloved. Lord wants to be defeated by his devotees, here Mother Yasoda, and that he feels is the highest. Yes, while he was really bound, all the demigods, all the devatas, they were really, thinking what's happening, and they were telling Krishna what's happening right now. But Krishna was telling them, I'm feeling that ecstatic bliss right now, because you cannot understand the mother's love that I am experiencing right now. Right, that cannot be compared with all the stuti and prarthanas and all that. Right, the millions of yogis or all the devatas that they are doing it. How she loves the motherly affection of Yasoda and all the Brajavasis. And then, yes, seeing that Krishna was bound now, Mother Yasoda said, yes, now it's a time for me to go out and take care of all the household chores, right? Because it's the day of Diwali, I have to take care of that. And then all the Brajavasis were all around. They said, okay, let us also go. We saw a good fun today of a nice rope festival. And they went there. And seeing that, like, all the cowherd boys, small boys, they also came, said, oh, Krishna, what is happening to you? You must be hungry. And then Krishna said, yes. And now I did something and now I'm getting punished, but I would really like to do the same thing once and go to your house and bring as much butter as possible so that I'm hungry, I will eat it. Once again, a picnic started. All the boys and all the monkeys, they were so sorrow that, oh, you are having this condition because of us. But once everybody came together, they started having once again fun. And at the same time, Krishna realized that, I have to do one more activity here. Right, there is some more, thing that is planned by Krishna. He wanted to give more lessons. He saw that there were two trees were standing for so many years. These are called Yamala Arjuna trees. These Arjuna trees, they are really, really very strong, having a very deep roots, and they were there for thousands of years, right? And then Krishna said, okay, right, let me play around a little bit, right? See, he tugged a little bit that grinding motor, and that grinding motor fell down horizontally, and it started rolling. And all the cowherd boys said, okay, what is Krishna going? And let's also follow him. But they could not follow. They were somehow immobilized, right? Only they were kind of going, seeing through their glances. And Krishna started moving. And then somehow he wanted to go in between those two trees. And somehow this grinding motor got stuck. Right? And then Krishna started, pulling a little bit more. He tugged a little bit more, but then still he could not do it. Then he pushed a little bit more. Then what happened? These two huge trees crashed down. This boom! Right? And with that sound, this whole Vrindavan really got shaken up. And everybody started running around and started coming. What's happening? In the meantime, two divine personalities came out from these two trees. And Krishna was thinking, who are you? What are you doing here? I thought you were just two trees. And these two divine personalities who really appeared out of these trees, they say to Krishna, oh Krishna, do you know, around 20,000 years back, Yes, we are in the heavenly planets. Yes, we are Nala Kubera and Manigriva. We are the two sons of the Kubera, the treasure, the finance minister of Indra, right? But because of our intoxication, because of our pride, uh, you are so much intoxicated that we are bathing in this Mandakini Ganga river, uh, with without clothes, with the ladies, and having fun and drinking and all that stuff, right? Like, it's no wonder, whatever we see nowadays, that how a child gets spoiled, from a uh, rich or wealthy father. It's been there for a long time, because it said Janma Aisarya Suta Srivir Eda Mana Madha Puman. Yes, this opulence, Janma, high birth, high opulence, beautiful body. All these are really good qualities. These are really, fortune. But at the same time, if they are really not used properly, they really becomes the curse. Uh, how, like, we see that how the children of this and the most celebrated persons, they really get spoiled. And here we saw that Nalakubera and Manikriva, they were just thinking that our life is meant for fun, and they were just playing around. At the same time, right, the most merciful preacher of this world, who is always traveling, who is that, who always travels to say the mercy of the Lord? Narada Muni, Narada Muni Vajaye Veena. All right. So sees, yes, thank you. So he was going around, he saw that what is happening. You are supposed to be the sons of Kubera, and Kubera is known for, right, so much of piety. Right? That's the reason he's so much self-control. That's the reason he has been given this position. And now you two sons, you are really spoiling yourself. You are not meant for this. If you are not really using what you have, then it will be taken away. We are giving this example. If some boy, like I know that last week IIT result had come out, and if that person really, got into somehow putting so much effort, got into this IITs, and then you go into IITs, and then you really do all kind of nonsense things apart from study, then what you will do? You'll be thrown out of the IIT. You don't deserve to be in IIT. Right? So yes, you have been given a special human body, and now here in this case, special divine body. You are in the heavenly planet, and you are bathing in this Ganga. Still, that could not purify you, and you are still getting more putrefied. What is it? Right? Yes, you're not meant to be here. I curse you that you be the trees, because this is the nature. That if somebody is not utilizing it properly, it will be taken away. And if you're still, without clothes and things like that, yes, you be there as a naked body, like as a tree for thousands of years. All right. And then these two young boys, they really pleaded that, yes, we're really sorry for what we have done, but please forgive us. Right. We want to be purified now. And then Narad Muni, with so much of mercy, he said, yes, but you will not be just two ordinary trees. You will be in the courtyard of Nand Maharaj, where Gopal would be playing around and going all around. So you'll be witnessing these wonderful pastimes of Krishna. And just a matter of time, Krishna personally will deliver you. And oh my Lord, yes, it's because of him we are here. And now because of him, we got this opportunity to witness so many wonderful pastimes. And because of him, now we are being touched by you. What else we can ask for? Now, right? We don't want anything else, right? What do we need? So they are saying that very beautifully. Okay, we'll just proceed. Uh, uh, yes, we just need that. We want to really develop our life. We want to put everything ourselves and just always hearing and chanting your glories of the Lord. Bani gunanu kathane sravano kathayam hasto cha karma sumanasu tava padayarno smrityam sirastava nivasa jagat praname drusti satam darsanestu bhavat tanunam. This Nalakubara and Manigriv, right, who are really cursed by Narad Muni, who were crushed, right, in this form of these huge trees. And now they are seeking the blessings. They are seeking the blessings of Krishna. What they are saying? Henceforth, may all our words describe your pastimes. May our ears engage in the oral reception of your glories. May our hands, legs, and other senses engage in actions pleasing to you. May our minds always think of your lotus feet. May our hand offer our obeisance to everything within this world, because all things are also your different forms. May our eyes see the forms of Vaisnavas who are non-different from you. Hmm. You see that how these two Yamala Arjuna trees, right? Yes, they were cursed personality, they were crushed, right? But how they were divinely blessed by Krishna, because in that bound form of Krishna, Lord was Baddhaya, right? He was not Muktaya, he was really bound, but still he had that potency to deliver who was really bound, who was really bound for years. How beautiful it is, how glorious the Lord is. So we cannot like just see that it's just a small childhood pastime like any other nutcracker pastime. No, here we see that though Lord was bound, but still, right, he remembered the word that was given by Narad Muni, that yes, they will be delivered. So Krishna, he remembers and he fulfills the word of his devotees. Isn't it so wonderful? Right? If his dear devotee says something, he will definitely fulfill it. He's saying, Satyam vidhatum nijabhrutya vakyam. Like, Lord ensures that, right, he will fulfill the words that is really given by his devotees. So here, uh, because Narad Muni had told that yes, you'll be delivered, right? Yes, I delivered you. uh, and all these two divine personalities being blessed by Krishna, by his touch, and now went to the spiritual abode, to serve in the association of Narad Muni. And here, what is happening? With that tumultuous sound, all the Brajabasis came, Nanda Maharaj came, Yasoda Mai came to see what is happening to Kanha here. What is happening here? And here, Krishna was not to be seen anywhere. And they asked all the Gopals, small young cowherd boys, what is happening here? And the boys told what is happening. So Krishna went rolling in this ground, crawling, and then once that motor got stuck, and these two huge trees, they really crashed. And this all the Brajavasi, they were saying, okay, that's a nice story. Please tell the fact, what happened? And they were saying, no, it is true, right? Yes, Krishna only made these trees fell down. And they were thinking, how come it is possible? It's not possible. And the time, whatever happened, Nanda Maharaj came and really took Krishna to his lap and said, Krishna, what happened to you? Could you please tell? Then Kana said, oh, Nanda Baba, what happened? Today, Mother Yasoda, do you know what she did to me? No, she didn't offer me milk and she really bound me with these ropes, right? She really punished me a lot. And Mother Yasoda was really already there. When she heard this pitiful voice of Krishna, she started really sobbing in her heart. And then Nanda Maharaj, you really made a face like he's angry with Mother Yasoda. Yes, I am this king of this Braja. Now I have to punish Mother Yasoda. Tell me what kind of a punishment I should give to Yasoda Mai. And once Krishna heard that Mother Yasoda is about to be punished, he could not tolerate. He just ran, and really caught hold of Mother Yasoda. And Mother Yasoda, seeing how Krishna is coming, she took him into her lap and started kind of telling beautiful pastimes and glories, and reciting beautiful songs, right, for the pleasure of Krishna. This is the love of mother and son. So what we really learn from this pastime? Yes, this festival is really all about this beautiful rope festival. This festival is all about giving so much pleasure to Mother Yasoda, spreading the fame of Mother Yasoda. This festival is all about celebrating this endeavor, unflinching determination of a devotee and the mercy of the Supreme Lord. This festival is all about, right, how a devotee offers in gratitude whatever we have for the pleasure of the Lord. And we heard that milk or this flower, right? Everything is met here, and everybody wants to serve here. Yes, and we also heard that how Krishna really fulfilled the words of his devotees. Yet somehow or other, we should really try to serve the devotees in such a way that once you really please the devotee in such a way that with their words, we have a hope to get also delivered. On our own, we might not have any qualification, but Krishna remembered Narad Muni's words. So similarly, we know that acharyas, all our acharyas, they are so dear to the Lord. And once you please our acharyas, our spiritual masters, all the Guru Vargas, they will please. Once with their blessings, we can really also go back to the spiritual world where there will be free from all the miseries what we have at this point of time. Yes, during this month of Kartik, right? Yes, it is a wonderful opportunity for us to really meditate on this wonderful leelas that is all happening, and remember that yes, we are most fortunate because somehow or other we are connected to this divine personality who is really sharing and showering his love everywhere. It's really up to us to accept that mercy he is sharing with all of us. Yes, the Supreme Lord, yes, he's capable to really take us out of these miseries of the material world. Yes, at this point of time we are bound by the ropes of so much of misery, but then once you call out this Lord Damodar, who is really bound, but he can really deliver us from all the sufferings that we have been going through. Yes, he can deliver us. He's because if some person is drowning, a drowned another person cannot deliver that person. A person who is really on top, who is really free, right? He can deliver us. But in this case, Lord Damodar, right? And though he is bound, he is really delivering us. And this month is really an opportunity for us to show our love. That how we can take this opportunity to serve the Supreme Lord in this month of Damodar, in this month of Kartik, which is starting from this 20th of October, this Wednesday, and have this wonderful festivals coming in this month. We have this Deepavali, of course, the most prominent one, and then where, of course, there are not many pastimes like yes, we have this Narakasura pastime, and then arrival of Lord Ram into Ayodhya. Yes, this Diwali is one of the most auspicious day for all of us, where we offer lamps. Why do you offer lamps? Anybody can tell? Why do you offer lamps to the Supreme Lord? Anybody can tell? Because all of us, we celebrate by offering lamps to the Lord. But why do you offer lamps? Anybody can tell? Because most of the times we should ask ourselves, whatever we do, why we do it? Why we do it? Anybody? Yes, to enlighten us. Anybody else? Yes, that's another meaning that yes, our heart is completely dark. Yes, tamoso ma jyotirgamaya. Yes, the remove darkness to welcome the good fortune. Yes, very good. To eliminate darkness. Yes, and it's the way how Ayodhya Vasis they welcomed by putting all lamps everywhere to welcome Lord Ram, right? To remove the negativity, to bring the goodness. Yes. Thank you very much, Ms. Sakshi and Ms. Anjulata and all of you for sharing your thoughts. Yes, yes, towards the right path. Most importantly, I'll tell you one very nice story that is there in one of our Puranas. So this is there. I was really quoted by one of our Goswami called Jiva Goswami in a Bhakti Sandarbha. How he's really quoting from the Skanda Purana. At one point of time, there was this king of Vidarbha called Chitraratha, and he was blessed with so many sons and one princess, and that princess was named called Lalitika. And then she was married to a king of Kasi. And then she was not only beautiful but also dutiful to the kingdom and also to the king. But she was somehow like not only she was externally beautiful but internally was so pure in her heart, always serving the Supreme Lord. And then this is the day of this is the month of Kartik. That on this month of Kartik, she was really lighting the lamps everywhere, not only in the home, in the palace, in the streets, and everywhere she was putting the lamps everywhere, lighting everything and every place. And like this king had other wives and other family members, and they asked this Lalitika, who was this queen of this palace, why you are doing this? What is the purpose of all this? And then she just said that yes, it is a gratitude that I am offering, that whatever Lord has given in abundance to me. Can you elaborate a little bit more about it? And then the queen said, yes, it is from my last life. In the last life, I was just a small rat, right? A tiny rat in a small temple on the bank of a river called Uma Devi, and in a place called Narsimha. And in this Vishnu temple, yes, I was there, and I was on the day of Ekadasi, on this month of Kartik, and I was really hungry. I saw that there was a lamp which is really being lit, and it was about to get extinguished because I was really hungry. And I went there, tried to chew the other part of that wick, right? Considering the other side there is a fire, but I thought, okay, let me chew the other part and get some food out of that wick. But as I was about to chew that wick, a cat pounced on me, and seeing that, I started running around the deity around the temple. And as I started running around, the wick started really blazing more and more. And as started blazing more and more, it's just a matter of time, I got self-immolated. But then Lord was seeing everything, and the Lord was saying, yes, how this small rat, right now, he's offering wonderful lamps to me, right? Because Lord sees always the positive things, right? Whatever happens, Lord says that yes, he has offered lamps to me on this day of Ekadasi, on this Kartik, and just by offering this small lamp, right now, I got this beautiful body. Like we heard a lot about reincarnation, we heard so many stories, so many scientific stories. Like Miss our Hemu, she told about her life as well in one of our soul sessions, how a person, right, through the hypnotherapy and so many things, you can really remember. And this queen was able to remember that yes, I was a rat, and yes, I suffered so much. And now, because of the sukruti that I had done, I got this opportunity to serve. I got this form as a human being, and now I'm getting this opportunity to do some service, right? And if I just offered one lamp on this day, right, during this month of Kartik, I got so much of benefit. What benefit is in store for me? If I offer this millions of lamps and thousands of lamps or hundreds of lamps or tens of lamps and on every day in this month of Damodar, right? Yes, there are so many beautiful pastimes are there, right? And as all of you said, yes, this is also in representing that here there is a darkness not only outside that I want to enlighten, but yes, I want to bring that lamp of knowledge into my heart, so that all the anarthas, all the darkness gets removed. That's why you say Om Ajnana Timira Andhasya. Yes, and it is a timira, it is a dark, right? Yes, this Krishna, he's really running around and stealing the butter. He's a butter thief. For a thief, what is the best place to hide? The darkest place. And what is the darkest place in the world? It's our heart, right? And we are calling that butter thief, oh thief, please come into my heart. And once you come into my heart, I will not leave you. I'll not leave you, right? I want to just keep it in my heart, and I'll not leave you at any point of time. And that's how Lord and the devotees, the reciprocation of love is all about. Yes, dear devotees, this is a very wonderful month. And even if you do a little bit, right, of offering the lamps or just calling out the names, like today we heard that, how just putting a little bit of effort, right, how Lord is so merciful, right? Yes, we have to call out, right? We talked about that example of Karmavad, Devavad, and we have to call out the Lord, oh Lord, we need your help. Yes, I'm suffering so much, right? Yes, we talked about, right? Yes, we have to do the needful, we have to take the right medicine, and at the same time the suffering is not going away. We have to offer prayers to the Lord. Yes, I want to go back to the spiritual world, where there is no misery, there is no kuntha, right? Because somehow or other you cannot change, because the definition of this material world is dukhalaya masat. I cannot change the definition, but the Lord is saying yes, that place, right, where there's a full of bliss. And then once you practice this process of devotional service, not only in our next life we have this bliss, but in this life itself, we can experience the bliss within our heart. Yes, we can really take out the Lord. We loudly call out the Lord in our heart in the form of chanting of the holy names. We can offer tulasi to the Lord. Tulasi is so dear to the Lord, and the Lord is bhakter bhakta jana priya. Tulasi is considered one of the most dear servant of the dear servant of the Lord. And what do? Like we just plant a tulasi, right? Or just see the tulasi, or offer water to the tulasi, right? Or take that tulasi and with a chandan, offer it to the Supreme Lord. Any of the Vishnu forms of the Lord, either Jagannath or Ranganath or Badrinath or Gopalnath or Nrsinghanath, any of the deities we can offer, right? And Lord is so pleased just by offering a tulasi, right? Lord is not asking for more. Right? Can we not do this much? Can we just not put our effort? Right? We're just talking about that visa example. Yes, for that visa, yes, to go to some country where once again we end up there, still there is suffering. We will be not free from, right? Janma mrityu jara vyadhi. It's not that if you go to any other country that you will be free from the suffering. No, it will be still the problem. But then, right? Once you go there is no suffering. Right? And here, once again, we talk about, right, what else is required for that visa? It's not only our documents, as some of you have pointed out, it's the mercy of that consulate general, right? Whatever really, right? Maybe this lady has got some special recommendation, or this lady has got special invitation letter, right, from that president or some CEO of that company, that they are happy to invite her, right? So yes, it's not always our effort that counts, right? It's that special recommendation, right, and special mercy of that Lord or the devotees that really matters a lot. And that's why we talk about the recommendation letter. The stronger the recommendation letter is, from the Lord or his devotees, it's easier to get that visa. Isn't it so wonderful? Yes, that's how we really make whatever effort is required, right, to do this, right, during this month. Let's do something. Do you agree? All of you agree we should do something? What's your thought after hearing this? All of you want to get the visa to go to the spiritual world? Yes, we have to put all our documents. It's not that without any documents, without putting all our efforts, we can really go back to the Supreme Lord. But at the same time, you have to call out for the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Thank you very much. So, like it is said that, like, if you want to do something, if you do for some period of time, it becomes a habit. Yeah. So this month is also a habit forming month, right? So let's do something with the determination, because it's our mind, right? As we said, that there is a soul, there is a mind. The outer covering is a mind, and the mind is always is so crooked sometimes. Like it's called, mind is our greatest enemy, because it's always having two functions called sankalpa and vikalpa. It accepts something, rejects something. What it accepts, whatever is favorable for me, whatever is there for me to enjoy, I will accept that. Whatever is little difficult, I want to reject. No, bahut ho gaya, I don't want to do anything. Even though I know that it is good for me, like just like a child. A child, it doesn't have any discrimination power. The father, the parents, they know that what is good for the child. Yes, they tell us that you do this, you don't have the discrimination, but you just listen to their parents, then there's a bright future for you. So similarly, right, we have to make our mind strong. We have to make ourselves strong. We have to be determined. We have to take sankalpa. Yes, I want to make this Diwali special. Thanks, Mr. Sunil. Right? Yes, not only on the day of Diwali, but we want to make this month special. We want to take a challenge for ourselves, right? And this is what, right, we have in store for you, right? Like of course there are so many glories of this month are there, right? Like how it is said that we just light a lamp, how we can really get rid of all the anarthas, right? We just chant some verses from Bhagavad Gita, how we get so much of benefit, right? This is given in all our scriptures, and by following this, so many people have really got benefited, right? And how just doing a little bit of service, how Lord is so really pleased during this month. Just like we have sell season from the different corporates, and the Lord is giving the sell season. You just do a little bit, and then, right, I'll take care of you. Right? Of course, for a devotee, it doesn't need external impetus. It doesn't need some external result. Right? He does out of love. Right? There are different kinds of children are there. Right? Some children are there who really do some study out of fear. No, no. If I don't study, parents will not be happy. There are some children they study, because if I study this one, Papa will buy a new bicycle for me. There are some children, what they do? They do as a matter of duty. Oh, my parents are doing so much for me. Let me do some things, right? So that it's as a matter of duty. But there are some children, right? They do out of love. They out of love. Yes, they love to study. They love to grow up. They love to learn, right? Who do you think is the best one, right? The last one, right? And they are the champions. Similarly, yes, it's good to follow some devotional service to some do bhakti out of fear. Oh, if I don't do it, I will get, be bitten by the yamraj. Or if I don't do it, right, I will not get my desired, uh, result. But whatever the result, this will once again bind me. Or a duty is a matter of duty. No, I have to do this, lamp offering. Oh, I have to do chant this. No, right? And somehow I have to transform myself. That how can I really love to do chant? I love to offer lamps. I love to hear Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. And we are so thankful to all of you that you are coming again and again, because you have really been blessed and you have really tested this nectar of this Krishna Katha. And so thank you very much. So let's continue this special month, right? Where let's do some devotional service. Let's put our effort in terms of what in terms of chanting of Hare Krishna, or offering some lamps, or watering Tulasi, or studying this Bhagavad Gita, right? And as much as possible, let's take Sattvic Bhajan, because we are what we eat, right? I know, especially in our eastern part of India or in some other parts of India as well, they do only Habisa Anna, right? They don't take anything else, and they take as much Sattvic as possible. Right? And they spend entire month in some holy place, right? And during this point of time, somebody will go, yes, towards the holy place only, in the old days. No, in this time period, we all know that what is the definition of old age? Old age is closer to death, and death can come at any moment to anybody, right? So we would be really prepared for it, for our next life, right? And yes, we are really getting this fortune. We should share this fortune also with others. And that's, yes, we have this mood of Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino. So now we have this 31 days of wellness challenge for all of you. Are you ready? Right? Yes. What we are really requesting and begging all of you to please take this challenge of spiritual wellness, the holistic wellness. What do you have to do? We have to just chant minimum of 2 rounds, just around 15 minutes. This minimum. If you want to do, you can do more. You just offer this Damodar Stakam that we'll be singing. So on this day of Damodar and this day of Kartik, we sing a beautiful bhajan. We'll be just singing after this, right? And I would request all of you to please chant this beautiful bhajan every day while offering the lamps. With do some kirtan, water tulasi, right, and offer this tulasi leaf to the Lord, and study or hear Bhagavad Gita for some time, right? And like anyway, you are taking your prasad or food, why don't you really offer it and make it also sattvic, and then right, encourage and invite everybody also to offer lamps. Anybody can offer lamps, but yes, once you offering this lamp as a matter of gratitude to the Supreme Lord. Is it possible? Everybody can do it? Is it possible? Thank you very much. Yes, I hear from Mr. Sunil and Miss Anita, Mr. Jeenam, Mr. Deepika, Miss Amrita, Satyajit. Thank you very much. So what we said that, yes, we have to take as a part of Sankalpa. And let's encourage as many souls as possible, as many and our family members and near and dear ones as possible. So like, as you said, let's be determined to follow it, because otherwise our mind is really crooked. It's just a matter of time. We'll say, no, we'll not do it. Either, right, wherever we are staying, it doesn't matter, right? We can perform the devotional service at any point of time, at any place. So, right, and if you need some help, right, we are there to help you as well, right? And like usually during this month of Kartik, we also go visit different houses and we offer this program. But now we can do also virtually. If you would really like to invite the devotees to your virtually to your house, definitely you would love to also visit and organize a Damodar program, just maybe or 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, right, where you can invite all your family members and we can do a house program at your place, a virtual house program. If you are in Bangalore and especially in Whitefield area or in Hudi Circle or in Marathali area, definitely would maybe possible to visit your house as well. So this month is really, for us to really get fired up, to perform this devotional service. So what we will do is that we'll send you a Google form once again, and please do fill up and share, right? What do you want to do? And please do share that Google form, with your near and dear ones. Please enroll, right? Parents, spouse or children, whoever it is, and let them do at least, as I said, as minimum as possible, just offering the lamp, right? And we want to show our more effort, then okay, we chant a little bit more. We want to do a little more, yes, let's study Bhagavad Gita, right? Let's do as much as possible to the best of our capacity, to the best of our capability, right? We are not forcing that, yes, everybody must do it, because Lord says, Salpamasya dharmasya trayate mahatavas. If you do a little bit, also Lord recognizes. And Lord is not like that, oh, you must do everything. And Lord is so kind, so merciful, right? And most importantly, right, all our acharyas say, especially on this month of Kartik, we should do something early in the morning, because early in the morning is so beneficial and so purified and so much in the mode of goodness, right? So please wake up, try to wake up early in the morning, like as early as possible. I know some wake up at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever it is, but let's wake up early in the morning to perform this devotional service, and let's chant this, perform these activities for half an hour. So now we'll open it for question answer, or your realizations or your reflections from these sessions. We'd love to hear from you before we move to our next session. Yes. Some Miss Silpa is asking very nice question. Do we suffer, die to our past Janma karma? So our next two sessions will be on the karma, where we'll be talking about why bad things happens to good people, why people, right, go through this, and how to really come out of it. All these karmic activities, right? We'll be spending in detail about this karma, this laws of karma. This next weekend, that's I think 24th and 31st, right? So there we'll be spending. So please join, and we'll discuss about that. Yes, Miss Sakshi is asking, can you pluck tulasi leaf? Especially like usually it's not advisable to pluck the leaf on Ekadasi and Dwadasi, because like it is said that she is also the devotee of the Lord. She also performs the fasting on the day of Ekadasi and Dwadasi. It's not advisable. We should not, we must not take the tulasi leaf, and also sometimes this and Sundays also, like, we should not pluck tulasi leaf. Rest of the day, what do? We take the leaf previous day and we can put it in the water, and the next day we can offer that to the Lord. Any other questions from anybody? Yes, you want to hear about Ramayanam? Yes, we'll share with you the link that you can order. Yes, there are so many nice books are there. You can order from there. Thank you. Sir, Miss Pavana is saying, sir, if I can do puja for 5 days, what to do? Yeah, so yes, especially for the ladies, if you're during this, right, like, like a monthly period, if you're not able to, right, like do this rituals, right, like in lamps and things like that, but still, right, we can do, right, like, we can still offer, right, like our love to the Lord through the mode of chanting, right? Once again, from our heart, we can offer the lamps to the Lord, right? Definitely it is possible. And Mr. BK Chaudhary, right, who has been so sincerely attending all our programs, he's saying how to buy books. We have already sent the links, right? And once again, we'll send the links to you. Yes, these books will be home delivered, the book and the chanting bag and chanting bead as well. So they will be home delivered. Please order as quickly as possible so that they can reach on time. If you are not able to get it, so if you're not in Bangalore or right, or in some other cities also, you can go to any nearest ISKCON temple, you can get it in your own language. But of course, in our Go Gita site as well, you can get them. If someone is suffering due to own deeds, now he's in guilt and is not focused on anything, what can that person do? Yeah, so if that person is not guilt, he's not right, acknowledging the wrong deeds that he has done, the best thing that we can do is that we can pray for them. We can pray, we can really do some devotional service on behalf of him or her, right? Definitely, Lord is so merciful. Like, we heard about the Prahlad Maharaj, right? His father was so cruel, but at the end of the day, right? Like Prahlad Maharaj was praying for his father to Lord Narasimhadev, right? Yes, oh Lord, please take care of him. Yes, definitely we can pray for our near and dear ones. So here Miss Silpa is saying, in my workplace, one person irritates a lot. Sometimes I can't calm down. What can I do? Yes, like it's a difficult, right? Like as we are discussing, right? There are different modes of suffering, like adhyatmic, adhidevik, and adhidevik. This place is full of suffering, but at the same time, we said that we should not aggravate it by complaining, by retaliating, and that's what we said. And the second thing is that we have to do the needful to the best of our capacity, right? Like we can find our own space, or we can go to the right authorities and really ensure that okay, we share the right feedback about him or her, so that appropriate action can be taken. Or like, no, okay, it's not working, and can I really move to another project or another role, right? Whatever is best possible, I need to do the needful. And then, right, once again, as I said, yes, we have to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. Oh Lord, I'm still trying my best to do something, but if it is not working out, I need your guidance. Lord is saying, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mahapupayantite. He will guide us, what to do and how to do it. So we have lot many questions. I would request all of you to please join our food for soul sessions, where we can take a lot of questions. Or if you have any questions, right, you can write to our volunteers, or you can write to us as well, right? Because now we are running out of time, right? We will not be able to take them. My in-laws are not ready to take, except my true heart towards them. I don't know how to handle it. Yes, so I know it's a difficult, right? This circumstances, but what the most we can do is that we can offer our love to them, because most people, they're really lacking that love, that is lacking in their heart. Yes, uh, like as much as possible, let's offer our love, let's our compassion to them, let's pray for them, let's offer prasadam to them, so that their heart would get melted. So there are different ways that we can really transform their heart. Thank you very much. So now let's move forward to our important session of the chanting. Let's go towards the chanting session, and definitely we'll get back to you with respect to all the unanswered questions. Prabhuji, can we start chanting now? Yes, it is said the Krutaya Dhyayata Vishnu. Yes, chanting is the most blissful form of remembering the Supreme Lord. So yes, we take the shelter of Pancha Tattva by chanting their holy names. And yes, once we chant the holy name of the Lord is really present within us. Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. That yes, we can realize the Lord through this chanting of the holy name. So now let's start chanting. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Srivasadi Gaur Bhakti. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Now we'll start chanting Damodara Stakam that we'll be singing every day. So now let's practice. Yes, Damodar. Yes, Deepak Pro, you can share the screen as well.
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Prajamanam 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 Yashoda Viyolukhaladavamanam Parameshamatyanta Dudita Gopya Yashoda Viyolukhaladavamanam Parameshamatyanta Dudita Gopya Rudantam Muhunitram Yupam Vijantam Karam Bhojayugmena Satanganetram Rudantam Muhunitram Yupam Vijantam Karam Bhojayugmena Satanganetram Muhashwasakam Patirikham Kaganta Sita वीरस्तं सदा प्रतिवन्दे
त्वदीयेषिताग्नेषु भक्तिर्जितात्वा पुनः प्रेमतस्तं स्वता प्रतिवन्दे
नरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं मतिं वा न च म्नं ऋणेऽहं परेषदपीह
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिं वा न च नृणेऽहं वरेषदपीह
इदं ते वपुनाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनसा विरक्तं किमन्ये
इदं ते वपुनाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनसा विराजं किमन्ये
इदं त्रिमुखाम्बोजम् अत्यन्तनीले इदं कुण्डलस्निग्धरक्तश्च गोप्या
इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमदन्तनीले धृतं कुन्तलस्निग्धरक्तस्य गोप्या
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्ताधरं मे मनस्तविरस्तं कालं लक्ष्यलाभे
मोश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्ताधरं मे मनस्य विराष्टं कालं लक्ष्यलाभे
नमो देव दामोदरानन्त विष्णु प्रसिद्ध प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्नम्
नमो देव दामोदर अनन्त विष्णु प्रसिद्ध प्रभो दुःखजलधिमग्ना
कृपा दृष्टिरिष्टते विडम्बतानो गृहाणे समामय्य विधियक्षिदृश्य
कृपादृष्टिविष्टाति विलम्बतानु गृहाणेश मामायं निर्यक्षिदृश्या
कुबेरात्मजो बद्धमित्रयरथ मया मोचितो भक्तिभजो कृतौ च
कुबेरात्मजो बद्धमुद्रवयागात् त्वया मोचितो भक्तिभाजकृतो च
तथा प्रेमभक्तिं सकं मे प्रयच्छ नमो शीघ्रहो मे श्रीदामोदरेह
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं प्रयाच नमो शीघ्रवो मे श्रीदामोदरेह
नमस्ते सुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदराय विश्वस्वधाम्ने
नमस्ते सुधाम्ने सुरतिर्निराम्ने त्वदीयोदराय विश्वस्वधाम्ने
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
अष्टकम की
जय।
जय, हरि नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। हिताय गौर प्रमानंदे हरि बोल। Thank you very much, all of you, for joining, and I'm looking forward to have your association very soon. Thank you very much. Hare